Welcome. Happy, terrific Tuesday to each and every one. Welcome back to your girl's channel. It's Thais. Tuning in from Maryland. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you continue to be informed as I bring you more videos. I just had my coffee, woke up thinking about my aunt. I lost my aunt on my birthday, the 29th, but we'll get into that in a moment and how that felt for me when I first initially heard. My aunt has been sick for a while, you all. I'm not gonna go into that for the privacy because that's not what this video is about. Just continue to pray for my family, her daughter, her son, her grandchildren, the rest of the family and friends. We got together. We had me and my brother, my mom did a 1 day road trip on Sunday, and it was really, really good to just be able to reflect and share some, memories and just kind of talk about things. I love road trips. I love road trips, especially when I'm with my brother and my mom. It just means the world to me, even though it was a sad occasion. It just lets you know I wanted to do this video. It's a little different, you all. It's not about no opportunity. It's about real life because I know a lot of us are still dealing with loss of loved ones. It's something that some people, for me, it never goes away. It hits you when you least expect it to. I'm referring to my son, which I lost in 2019, as well as my dad in 2022, and all the rest of the other loved ones. People, you learn how to manage, how to live with it because they all want you to continue to live. So you learn to manage it, but everyone has their own different path of how they deal with loss. I will say that. So it was very emotional, but it was a great homegoing service. It really was like we was having church in there. It was almost like it wasn't even really sad. Of course, when we working out, you know, um, to view the body, then it, of course, emotions. And even throughout the service, you have people that's emotional. I got a little emotional, but I was trying to be more strong for the other family members, to include her, her daughter, her son, her grandchildren, my mom, my cousin was behind, just various of family friends. But overall, the service was really, really great. It was really, really great. So just wanted to it brings me to tell you all, time waits for no one. Um, Love on your loved ones, check on your loved ones, call them. I'm going to try my best to do a whole lot better of not just checking on loved ones, showing up just because I can. Because once they're gone, things are unsaid, things are undone. Try to work on forgiveness. I've already worked on it. I'm going to continue to work on it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And I'm not a heartless type person, but as you get older and you reflect on things, it's not worth it. Forgive, try to mend things. And if you can't, just continue to pray about it. Continue to pray about it. It's the only thing I have that I want to tell you. But once the person is gone, it's nothing you can do then. You still have to continue to pray. But a lot of times people are left with, I should have did this, I should have did that. So try to work on that, you all. I want to let you know forgiveness is really, really important. And it's not for the other person, it's for you. You don't understand how that really affects you in your life. You don't think it does, but it does. Okay. And it's a weight lifted. So do that, work on that, you all. But another thing I think I said, I'm saying it again, time waits for no one. Time waits for no one. My dad always used to say that, and that's something that plays in my head over and over again. So it's time to get it done. It is time to get it done. Great homegoing, taking, loving up on my loved ones. But one of my cousins pulled me to the side And he was like, I don't know when the last time I seen you. He said, if you don't, what did he say? He said, I'm gonna have to come up there and start moving some furniture around. I was like, move some furniture around. My brother said, uh-oh, we're gonna have to call 911 or something. I said, yeah. He said, I'm gonna have to come up there and spank you or do something. He said, because this is sad. We really have to change this scenario. We only coming together when someone passed, our loved one passed. I mean, everybody comes together. Of course, not everyone was there because some people, coming back from the holidays, you got New Year's, people have families still visiting, and you just don't know when death is going to occur. So that's understandable. So, we were there to support the ones who could not make it. But I'm going to miss my aunt. I'm going to miss her conversations. I'm going to miss her teachings, her love. She gave me my flowers while she was here, and I'm sure I gave her hers. But I'm glad she's not in pain. She's not suffering no more. So that's the big thing that I'm grateful for. And I just wanted to share this video because I don't know who it's for, but I know it's for someone, because I know one thing for certain, two things for sure. You're born, and then you're gonna go away. We all are gonna go away, and tomorrow's not promised. So love on your loved ones. Like I said, check on them. I know I loved on my aunt, and I'm gonna miss her. She taught me so much. I spent a lot of time with her growing up. Even as I got older, I would see her. I went to see her when she was, as she was sick and going through some things. The last conversation I had, we was on a video call, and her daughter called, so I got to see her. She was talking, conversing, and then she said, "Is that TC?" And my name is Thais. A lot of my family and close friends call me TC. She said, "I like that wig you got on." And her daughter kept telling her, "Ma, that's not a wig, that's a scarf." She said again, "I love that wig," or "I like that wig you got on." So that's something that kind of stays in my heart. Good memories. Try to focus when our loved ones leave us. Like I said, things you can't say things to the people when they're no longer here. You can, but it's a chance that they won't hear you, and you know why, because they're no longer with us. But I still truly believe that they're with us. It's just in a different way. They're still within us. It's like I still feel my aunt's presence. So I'm just gonna go with that. Another important thing that I wanted to mention was sometimes you'll get signs, and I'll reach out to you'll get. Let me slow down. You'll get signs from your loved ones. It can be in a dream. You can just feel their presence, or it can be something they may have said or done. Different things happen to different people. I know it happened to me with my dad and with my son. Some different things happen, after I lost them. And sometimes it just happens at different times, and it happens for different people. But I'm gonna miss her. I love her. And just to read her obituary, the things that people were saying, really, and then sorry you all, to read her obituary and the things that people were saying, it just like melted my heart, and it lets you know. Also, the people that shows up, and people that speak and say things, it lets you know that my aunt did what she needed to do while she was here. Okay. And again, it's always good to be kind, and do something for someone, anyone, because you never know what someone may be still going through. So be kind. It doesn't cost you one red cent to be kind. And I know my aunt um she's helped. Most of her jobs were helping, doing something and helping in some aspect. And she was a phenomenal person. She had no cut cost. She didn't have no filter sometimes on her mouth, because she said what she needed to say. And that's just how she was. But she deep down inside, she was a beautiful soul, and she impacted the world. And I always say, I love when people, while they're here on this earth, they have left a legacy, and she did just that. So, with that said, one of the things I wanted to tell you on the way on our trip, and I got some other couple of things to say, and I'll let you go. On the way driving down, my brother said, of course, I told you the church was packed. It reflects how people felt about you because they'll show up, okay? They'll, and then the connections with the family. Some of the people I didn't know. My mom is seeing people she haven't seen, because my mom grew up in North Carolina, but then she moved here. But she's seen a lot of people, classmate, close friends, of course, family. So it was just a really good time. But one of the things my brother stated was, life is about building relationships and love. And I love that he said that, because that's what I mean, it's the truth. Life should be about building relationships and love. If you don't have that, that's like really that really touched my heart when he said that. And of course, he said some other things, but that makes a lot of sense. And my aunt did just that. Another one of the greatest gifts that my aunt gave me. So her daughter called to let me know that my aunt had passed, and she said, I have some news to share. I wish I didn't have to share on this day, because I know the day is your birthday. She also told me happy birthday. But mom, mom she's gone, or we lost mom, or something to that sort. So I told her we're going to get through this. Thanks, for letting me know, and let me know how everything is going. And it's a process with it. But another thing, I wanted to give a huge shout out for her daughter, and her son, the way they were, and the her daughter's children, the way they all were supporting each other was amazing. And then her daughter pulled this together in days. Her mom had pretty much everything set up, but there are still some things you have to do. So it was a beautiful homegoing service. It really, really was. But one of the things, the greatest gift my aunt left me was, first, when I heard that she passed on my birthday, I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be sad. This is going to be, all different kind of emotions come up, because it's a day that I was supposed to be, it's supposed to be joyful. Not that others haven't passed on my birthday, but no one I personally knew, especially someone that was close to me like my aunt. So at first I had mixed emotions, thinking, oh, this is sad. And then I said, this is nothing but a blessing. This is divine. This is God divine's purpose. My aunt knew birthdays. She knew a lot of different things about the history of our family. I wish I would have got more out of her, or could remember or wrote it down, because the remedies she had down pat. I call her, she'd be like, do this. My mom got a down pat too. I need to get the book and start writing some stuff down, but my aunt knew the birthdays like the back of her hand. So I felt like that was something she left just for me. So I'm going to cherish it. And I feel blessed. So I said, I'm going to do something. I'm going to have a quiet moment. I'm going to do something I think she would like on her birthday. And I'm still going to celebrate my birthday, because she would not want me to be sad because she passed on my birthday. I feel like it's a gift. It's like a priceless gift that she left just for me. She knew my birthday. I'm like, she could have passed 2 days before, days after. But I think she wanted to give her kids and the family much time, especially her kids and her grandkids. I really felt that she was hanging on long as she could, even with what she was dealing with. But when she called initially, I looked at it one way, and then something overcame me, and I thought about it a whole nother way. This is something she left just for me. I would never forget, as long as I have breath in my body, um, where she left me. And she passed on my birthday. And it wasn't something, I'm a firm believer things happen for a reason. So I felt it was meant for her to pass on my birthday. So I feel honored. I feel honored. And it's something I can't forget. It's I cannot forget like when she passed, because she passed on my birthday. So I wouldn't have I wouldn't change it, because that's the way it was meant to be. With that said, for anyone who's dealing with loss, I prayed for you before I did this video. I will continue to pray, and I ask that you pray for me. I mean, let me start with my family. No, her kids, her granddaughters, our family, friends, and myself. Okay, I'm supposed to come last. But with that said, y'all, we have to find a way to keep moving, and keep living. I know it's hard, and I know everyone has their own process and their own time. Do what you need to do to keep living. If that's talk to someone, if that's seek professional help, if you, whatever God you serve, or, if you pray. But sometimes we have to do a combination of things to help us get through loss, because it's not easy. I know myself, I'm still continuing to work on myself, but I know that I cannot do it alone. I do know that, because you still have life happening, so many other things happening in life. But with that said, thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I love each of you. I appreciate your support, your loyalty, and I'm going to see you on the next amazing video. I'm out.